All of us in the political class are vultures, hyenas, thieves, and crooks.
No, not
It is only that the voters don't know that that is what we are.
Even yourself?
Absolutely. It's only that I behave well. You can't know my inner behavior. Absolutely. Every human being has the capacity of being evil. So the voters are the ones who are getting a story on who we are, and they're beginning to know exactly who we are.
And I'm telling you, Trevor, I've said on this show, and I will repeat it. If you are unpopular, it doesn't matter how many leaders you bring around you. We will lose the election with Ruto even if we supported him as ODM. I am very clear in my mind. Because the people are clear in their minds on what a government is supposed to do. And for as long as you're not addressing those things, it doesn't matter. We lost an election with 26 parties. I remember I've said it here on this show, Manzo. Even the logistics of just sitting the principals here was a problem. We had, in one county, you have 3 principals.
Wa Kenya, ndo nimetoa TV kwa fundi. Nasikia baba ameanguka nayo tena hiyo EU seat. Yaani baba alisema hakuna kitu ataishinda. Lakini tuombe labda atashinda salama. You never know bana. Muombeeni tu tena, you never know. Miaka imepita bana. Vijana ingieni serikali sasa. Masaa wazee nyumbani.
We must drain the swamp. And Raila is an enabler of bad governance in Kenya. He is a singular supporter and pillar of the William Ruto administration. Opposition and government are in bed together to steal your money, to impoverish you, and make sure that you never rise from poverty. So you who still supports unashabikia like a football game, you think this is like Man U or Arsenal or Chelsea. So unashabikia tu. This politics is affecting your everyday life. It's affecting how you are able to afford food. It's affecting how you are able to afford electricity. This bad politics is affecting how you are able to earn a living, whether you are able to save money, whether you are able to invest in this country, whether you are able to borrow. This thing is affecting the very bottom of your life. It's affecting your health care. So if you continue just kushabikia tu, kufurahia viongozi na kuwa support without really asking yourself, why do I support this person? Is it because they're from my community? Is it because I feel excited supporting them? Is it because they have values and, something they can offer me as a Kenyan citizen living and working in this country? So yes, his loss is good. It is good even for Africa because the kind of money that has been spent to bribe presidents, presidents can be bribed to vote for this guy is enormous. And that money is your taxes. It would have bought x-ray machines. It would have bought MRI machines in your hospitals. It would have built classrooms for the kids who are studying below trees. It would have built the dusty road outside your home. Go to Nyanza and see how much it's underdeveloped. I went to Siaya. I went to Ugenya, for example. In a whole constituency, there's only one tarmac road, Gotunanga Barober, which has stalled. So then what development are you getting as the people of the region? So this has nothing to do with tribalism. This is about politicians who may have started very well. Well, we don't despise what these people did in their initial years of politics. They fought for something that was right. But that is also true for every other dictator. Even Adolf Hitler started as a revolutionary. Even Museveni saved his country, before he actually began destroying it again. So we need to start having this conversation about these people who have dragged us behind with the politics of corruption, with the politics of tokenism, with the politics of violence. You know how much ODM has violence and how much it uses young people to perpetuate political violence in our country. So if you are a Gen Z and you want to see a better country and a better Kenya, and not just a Gen Z, even millennials, Gen Xers, and every other person, then Raila is not the way to go. In fact, none of these politicians will offer you the solution you want because most of them, their style of politics is tribalism. They consolidate your support. They sell it to someone else for tenders, for money, for self-enrichment. They are not interested in eradication of poverty. They are not interested in youth unemployment. They are not interested in youth entrepreneurship and innovation for eradication of poverty and creation of jobs. They are not interested in that. They just want to be rich and rich and rich and continue to control the poor. So we must get ourselves out of that slavery. So this has nothing to do with individuals. It's not personal. It's not hate. It's just that we are so focused. We really know what we want. And we really know that these people don't represent what we want. We need a new future, a new Kenya that is fair for you and me. And this person is not the way to that new future. So sometimes they may oppose the government just to make you excited. So sometimes Raila may come, oppose the government kidogo. You'll be so excited because he's talking about you. He's talking about the cost of living. He's talking about your situation. But he's not talking about you to solve the problem. He's talking about you to create enough political capital for him to be bought. Akinunuliwa with his billions and makes his money, you are left sinking. So until we get ourselves out of that vicious circle of lies, then we are not getting out of this. So just understand, I as Morara, I'm not doing politics for money. I'm not doing it for popularity. I'm just doing the right thing. Whoever will support me doing the right thing, I'm grateful. If majority of Kenyans do not support me in the right thing and they prefer the wrong thing, if 8 million or 10 million people vote for the wrong thing against Morara, that's not my loss. Sio mimi napoteza. It's them. It's their country. It's their decision making. It is them defining their own future. Remember, at the end of the day, I can't decide for the Kenyan people what is good for them. The Kenyan people have to decide for themselves what is good for them. The only thing I can offer is civic education and probably offer myself as a leader of alternative ideas. But if Kenyans, choose not to support me, they've chosen not to support the right thing. And that's a decision that somebody can have. Somebody can choose the wrong thing. And once they choose it, you can't control their decision because this is their decision to make. So therefore, they live with the consequences of their decisions. So for me, it's not personal. And I saw a comment that it didn't hurt me, but it got me thinking. So somebody said, Morara, you've never even been an MCA. You've never been anything in this country. Why are you trying to compare yourself with Raila? I'm not trying to compare myself with Raila. Raila is in 80s. I'm in my 20s. I have 60 years to choose to be a different person, to be a different kind of leader, to offer a different kind of solution, to be not corrupt, to not accept money from my governors and my MPs who will be elected under inject party as a way of funneling corruption in the counties and in the national government, to not be bought when people have died for something. I have that choice and I have 60 years to make it better. And I choose to be a better person. So I'm not comparing myself. Somebody who is in their 80s, in the sunset years of their lives, I'm in the sunrise years of my life, and I want to choose to be a different kind of leader. I don't admire anything about how Raila sells tickets or is bought by government or is bribed to betray the people or lies to the people that is fighting for them and yet is just fighting for himself and his money. I don't admire any of that, and I don't support it. And I'm sorry if you find it offensive that I don't support it, but that's it. I don't support anything. Corruption. Matiang'i is a kisi like myself, but you heard me say that if Uhuru Kenyatta is the one behind Matiang'i, then we are doomed. Because everything I remember about the reign and leadership of Uhuru Kenyatta when he was president is traumatizing. It was theft after theft, including on election day when 12 billion was stolen siku ya kura, just when there's change of government. And because Ruto is from the same family and same tribe of thieves, he could not follow up the money because he has stolen more. So aliwacha tu pia hao waende na hiyo. So if Uhuru is coming back to power through Matiang'i, I said it's a no. You've never seen me opposing anything about Maraga because he's straightforward. He's clean as a fiddle. The guy is good. His principles are sound. His values are true. He's true to self and to country. Never seen me say anything about Okia. So, personally, I only align with the leaders of integrity. And it doesn't matter, even if I'm left alone, even if you call me a lone ranger, mwenye hataki kushikana na wengine, mimi sishikani na any person that is corrupt. That is not the future that we are seeking. So kama tutabaki peke yetu tupate kura mbili, ni sawa. We are glad to receive our 2 true votes. Even if it's 10 votes, even if it's 15 in the whole country, if I run for president and out of 24 million votes, I only get 100 votes. I'm very proud of the 100 people who believed in the right thing. Yeah. But God is God and He's still seated on the throne. So I might surprise you, by the way. You might think I'll get 100 votes and I end up with 10 million votes because the Gen Zs are mean. 8 million of them did not vote. 7 million of them are qualified to vote. That's 15 million votes. If only 10 million vote, my friend, it's not going to be easy. A young person has never run for president in Kenya, so nobody should purport to know how that election is going to be. And I'm not a walkover. Na mimi si muoga. Once I hit the campaign trail, nikisha shika mic, you will know what you're dealing with. Some of you don't know what you're dealing with. I think you're dealing with someone who is weak. Mnafikirianga you are dealing with a weak person. You are not dealing with a weak person at all. Yeah, wacha campaign ianze nipewe hiyo mic muone. It's going to be messy, it's going to be noisy, it's going to be a very serious campaign of good and bad, of old and future. And we must bring back our country.
Someone is saying that Raila should not be touched. This is the first person that should go home. Raila worked with Moi, he worked with Kibaki, he worked with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. As per now, he's the pocket of William Samoei Ruto. He's the same person who suspended Ruto in 2008 when Ruto was in the Ministry of Agriculture and he sold 7 billion. Raila suspended him. He didn't return those money. As per now, they're working together. Kenya cannot even be redeemed by Raila Amolo Odinga. Kenya cannot be redeemed by William Samoei Ruto because he has messed. Kenya cannot be redeemed with the Rigathi Gachagua and the likes. Yes. We as Genesis, we have 16 million votes and we are not afraid. I want to tell you for free, we are coming one-on-one to meet these people. Bro, coming 2027, this guy used churches in 2022. He gave pastors something small. He gave them some sweets. Pastors gave in and campaigned for him in churches. He came to Mama Mboga. He knew Mama Mboga is having votes because he's having customers. Can lure for them some small fish, some omena. By 2027, Gen Z have a candidate which is going to meet William Samoei Ruto. But these cocoons, they are gathering together. Nothing.
Tulipochagua serikali ya nusu mikate, baba akapea kijana wetu ministry wa agriculture kutoka chini, from the sweeper to the MD to the minister. Iligulwa waligula hey. Waligula masito haki ya Mungu.
Ruto was corrupt, we were told by Raila Amolo Odinga. Ruto was a thief, we were told by Raila Amolo Odinga. Ruto was not fit for presidency, we were told by Raila Amolo Odinga. What has changed? Wewe uliposikia kwamba he was not fit to be president, what has changed? Nataka mtu asimame hapa ni challenge. What has changed about Ruto for the ODM fraternity to support him? That is what I'm waiting for. But if nothing has changed for sure, for fact, and you are supporting Ruto because Raila supported him, there is something wrong with your brain. Tuko na wizara ya pesa. Wewe hapo mahali umesimama uko na pesa kwa mfuko wako. Pesa inalala kwa samaki, nimesikia wanasifu. Wewe uko na pesa. I want to tell you for a fact. Hii kura inaokuja, jipigie wewe mwenyewe. Ikiwa kwamba utapiga kura kwa ajili ya kabila lako, kwa ajili ya chama, nitawauliza swali. Wewe ambao umeishi hapa Mombasa for the last 15 years, uongozi wa Mombasa imekweko ya ODM. Imekufaidi nini? When you are voting on party line, tribal line. Ni nini yako iko hapo?
Once you start cleaning up, don't be a dog. Don't go back and eat up what you puked up. Keep moving away from it. But know that you're in a process, and obedience to God is not easy. But if you stay on the path, you will become a giant in life.
You wanted a confirmation that the political class is one. And today proved it to all of us. And it tells you that it's good that they've all come to one side, so we can deal with the problems of Kenyans in one side. So the red line has been drawn. It is these traditional politicians versus the people of Kenya. Where do we stand? Because politicians will always look for their own selfish interests. They are not about the people's agenda. But what has led us to where we are today as a country, the crisis, so to speak about, is a crisis that is born out of a demand by the people of Kenya that we want our governance to be informed by the people's agenda. It's about the people, not about the leaders. So if members of ODM think that they are impressed by Murkomen's Balenciaga and Burioni suits, then it's good, they can go and join it. So it makes the people of Kenya's work very easy. So that now you know, when you are talking about Ruto must go, you can add there also ODM must go. So that we deal with all these political challenges once and for all. So that we have an opportunity, a golden opportunity in my view, for us to say, we are going to clean our politics out of the muck that has informed this country since independence to date.
Kwa majina naitwa Dennis Wanjala, kijana kutoka kule Bungoma. Mmejua mada inasema maneno ya Raila Odinga vile alisema eti anataka kukwiti maneno ya EU. Wacha niambie Raila Amolo Odinga, wewe lazima upambane na hali yako. Hakuna mtu alikutuma uanie kiti ya EU, na sisi tuko kwa harakati ya kuhakikisha kuwa Raila Amolo Odinga ile kitu alitufanyia wakati tunamuondoa ule mkora anaitwa William Ruto, akaungana na mkora mwenzake ili waendelee kukula inchi. Na mimi naambia Raila, uanguke uruke chini ufanye nini, lazima uende kwa Mama Aida. Tutamuangusha asubuhi. Mimi nawaambia hapa, mnapiga hapa kelele bure. Sisi tunafanya kazi. Wewe piga hapa kelele. Mimi wacha niwaambie wananchi, ukiona Raila anasema anataka kujitoa kwa race, vitu zimemzidi. Talent ya Raila ni ya kuanguka. Sasa mimi nashindwa. Mtu anakuja hapa ako na miaka 60 na anakuja kutuambia eti amekuwa akipigia Raila Odinga. Amepiga kura ya Raila na anajua Raila Odinga ni wa kuanguka, baada anapiga tu. Sasa bila shindwa. Mimi nikimalizia nataka kuambia wananchi, Raila Odinga ataanguka kura. Lakini mjue broad based government ya Raila Odinga na William Ruto wote lazima tuwatembeza, mmoja Bondo mwingine Sogoi. Hakuna maneno ya kutuambia Raila Odinga aendelee kukaa hapa akitusumbua. Mtu anakuja hapa kutusumbua ati Raila Odinga alileta democracy. Kwani unaweza leta democracy ukiwa peke yako? Bwana, Raila Odinga kuleta democracy akiwa peke yake. Kuna watu walipigania democracy. Muache kutusumbua na huyo mzee. Huyo Raila lazima aende nyumbani, tumechoka na yeye. Mimi niliambia William Samoei Arap Ruto na ndugu yake mkubwa Raila Amolo Odinga, mimi bora wasiniue, mimi niko tayari kukabiliana na Raila na William Samoei Arap Ruto, sababu hawa ndio mikora. Unajua wananchi, mikora ni 3 hapa Kenya. Unajua mikora ni 3. Wale watu wanafanya watoto wenyu wasisome, muishi kwa nyumba ya mabati kama unaishi nje. Ni Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta na William Samoei Arap Ruto. Hawa ndio mikora, na ni lazima tufukuze hii mikora ili watoto wetu wasome.
I respect what Raila has done for this country. He has made sacrifices a lot of others were not ready to make. He has suffered pain for national renewal when others were not ready to do it.
Wow.
I've known this intimately. I hid him in my house when Ruto Moi was trying to arrest him. I disguised him and tried to smuggle him into the American embassy, and they refused to take him in. We had to work to ship him out through Uganda. And luckily, Uganda at the time did not behave the way Kenya has behaved 2 years. Uganda, they would have arrested him and brought him back to Moi. And that's when he went to now, and he has made his contribution. Regardless of how this ends, it cannot erase the historical important role he has played.
True.
But now the rest of us have to say, we need to rally together in defeating the forces of reaction and regression in the absence of Raila from our ranks.
The Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and his amazing history. He saved President Moi. He pronounced Kibaki Tosha. He shook hands with President Kenyatta to stabilize, and he stabilized every government since the 90s. He has become the single stabilizer of governments. We know his commitment to Kenya is total, and people are saying it is time to shake hands with President Ruto. Mukisa, you know the Honorable Raila Odinga well. You've worked with him, you've known him, you've been friends for ages. Is this his time to stabilize Kenya?
I respect Raila Odinga for what he has done and sacrificed for this country. I think this is time to retire. You know, two problems with the handshake that is being discussed right now. Raila has been the leader of the group that is standing up against government and mobilizing on the street to fight government. Then he goes to talk peace and that war ends. Today, he is not responsible for the youth who are on the street. So when he goes to form government, is he curing a problem of relationship between Kenya Kwanza and ODM, or between Gen Z and the government? You know, just because you have a hammer does not make every problem a nail. He comes to form coalition government where he's not party to the contest that is on the table.
But every coalition government he's formed has stabilized the country.
But because he was pacifying groups that were standing behind him, he's not leading the group that is questioning the legitimacy of this government. So he cannot be the spokesperson, he cannot be the solution. He becomes part of the problem if he's not listening to why are people going onto the street.
Great respect to Baba, but it's not his time. Now it's not about stabilizing the government. It's about the government responding to the call of austerity measures and taking care of what we have in the coffers. We should not be increasing the wage bill or increasing the people that serve the government.
The Honorable Raila Odinga, you guys said you respect him, you take him as Baba. What do you want him to do?
I think it's very unfortunate that Baba has chosen to jump ship from the camp of the people. I wish Raila was saying, now it is time for school-going children to have meals whenever they go to school. I wish Raila was saying, now it is time for all victims of state brutality to be compensated. I wish Raila was saying, now it's time to bring an end to corruption in our country, to usher in good governance. But Raila is saying, let's dialogue. No. Ruto, he's completely out of touch with the majority of Kenyans, with the reality of what is happening in the ground. And this is a very wrong political move for him because it completely discredits him as someone who says he's fighting for the people. On this one, you're not fighting nor representing us, and retire.
Those who misled us, that even our political liberation will lead to our economic liberation, are now being forced to fall apart. They're all leaving. Yeah? Fagia water is now in place. Right? It is truly coming. Right? We are tired of this nonsense. Okay? Talk real issues that are about our stomach and our future and our generations to come. Right? Fagia water is in place. And the joy that is coming is phenomenal. Phenomenal. So, Eric.
So we should focus on the journey.
Yes.
Not on Moses.
Not on Moses.
Not on the tablets.
No.
Not on creating our own gods.
The Joshuas are being born every day. Right. I've given you a list of those who have laid their lives for this path. We are not in Sinai. No. We are on our journey now.
But
on our journey to Canaan.
On our journey.
I'm the only member from Western region who has never met William Ruto.
What?
The only one.
What do you mean?
I've never met him. And I'm the only elected member of, not even a member of parliament, any, whether it's governor, MCA, women rep, any elected leader nominated in the entire Western region, I'm the only one who has never met William Ruto.
Why?
Because my principles and his are like day and night. And what will I be meeting William to do? What? To listen to his lies? I don't belong to that category of people who listen to lies. I will meet a leader whom we can talk in the same wavelengths.
What are you saying? Are you saying that you will not be party to that, or that everything that he is saying actually doesn't make sense or is not true?
Everything he does doesn't make sense, is not true. For example, if you are paraded at night in the wee hours in a state lodge somewhere in Kakamega to be given tokenism so that you can mobilize people to go to a Madaraka Day, instead of calling these leaders in broad daylight, maybe in that very stadium or even in State House, to discuss the overall development of the people of Western, including even those who don't agree with you, even like Caleb Amis.
Raila Odinga is not a reformist. He's a shameless opportunist who has been riding on the blood of Kenyans to create wealth for himself, his clique, and his family. He has been playing us unabashedly like Ronaldinho for eons. With Moi, it was cooperating with Kanu. With Kibaki, it was nusu mkate. With Uhuru, it was handshake for the sake of peace. With Ruto, after youths were murdered and brains scattered on pavements in the streets of Nairobi, it's broad-based government. The Ayatollah of Opoda has held the Luo community ransom. Parliament, on the other hand, is filled by rotten, nefarious, greedy thugs and hooligans in expensive suits who gives budget hundreds of millions to a silly office like that one of Rachel Ruto, as if power is sexually transmitted, while many kids out here are going without food or access to education, which is and ought to be a basic right. We do not have a country. We have a cabal of thieves, and we must reclaim back our country from these paragons of mediocrity.
It's not about control. It's about service. Secondly, true leadership is not about power. It's about empowerment. Most followers would say about their leader, that's a powerful person. Well, you just exposed the fact that they are not a true leader. A true leader will have followers who say the opposite. That person empowered me. That person made me great. That's a true leader. Number three, leadership is not about manipulation, it's about inspiration. Inspiring people is the highest form of true leadership. True leaders don't manipulate, they inspire people.
The tragedy of corruption is always this: when both sides are satisfied, nobody complains because everybody is in perfect unison. But the tragedy is that some child is dying somewhere in Kenya, some woman is dying, and something is suffering, and this country is punching below her economic weight because individuals have enriched themselves, and those individuals, as day follows night, are going to contest the next election with the right color, and they are going to be elected as governors and senators, and they are going to be the ones who control this country. Woe betide.
Guys, Uhuru haiziba. He's from a rich family. Aki guys, Ruto can't be like Uhuru. Hatafanya these killings, hataiba. He will be atakuwa bottom up. He's God-fearing. I think Kenyans tunafaa to agree. We have very poor judgment of character. And going forward, we should judge people for who they are, not who they tell us they will be. Okay? So if you're planning to support someone else, judge them for who they are and who they have shown you, not for who they're trying to tell you they're going to be. Because kumbavu zetu, mi kwanza, Uhuru, what was that?
We know Rosalie speaks of, because we know this government is synonymous with we shall do this, we shall do that, we shall do that. Now, it has shifted. It's about 2027. But if you ask Kenyans on the ground, go to the streets, Trevor, and I challenge you, and I even challenge Charles here, go to the streets of Nairobi today. Don't even need to go to Turkana or Siaya or Bomet. Yeah? Ask Kenyans, what is your feel about this government today? You'll be shocked at the results.
You have admitted here before that you voted for the president.
Yes, I did.
Would you give him a second chance in 2027?
No, never. Because you see, let me tell you this. I used a metaphor in 2022 that you are these Kenyans in a pool full of crocodiles and hippos. Either way, you'll be eaten. I think it was a choice about how do I want to be eaten.
I've been a Raila supporter since I joined politics.
Yes.
In not any other time in history have I ever observed, witnessed, seen, and encountered such hatred and venom against Raila than now. I've never witnessed at a time when Kenyans can hate Baba so bitterly to a point that they don't even want him to win anything, including the chairman of not even AU. They don't want even him to, even the chairman of Ketrolip. They'll not even want Raila to win that seat. That kind of hatred I've never witnessed. But I understand it's a hatred that is transferred from Ruto.
And people will remember and will see in good time crooks versus righteous people. They will be able to distinguish them. And the moment they distinguish and they find out that one is a crook, they will not support that, the majority of people. Of course, you still have 20 states that supported Raila Odinga. It doesn't matter. In the end, who surrendered? Who was defeated at the AUC? It was Raila Odinga. It was not Mohammed Yusuf. It was Raila Odinga. But who was bamboozling us all over with private jets that cost 8 million per hour? It was Raila Odinga. Who took 300 plus, lunatics to go and dance in Addis Ababa and play music, Lingala, and go into 5-star hotels, and try to impress the world with their ridiculousness? It was Raila Odinga and William Ruto. Where did that take them? To the dustbin of history. Okay?
Whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Hey!
Whoa. Hey.
Hello.
And don't buy into the political rhetoric of trying to divide you into tribes.
Yes.
Our problems are not tribal. There's no Kikuyu problem, there's no Kalenjin problem, there's no Luo problem, there's no Somali problem. There's no Kamba problem.
Yes.
Shift share knows no tribe. The university funding model knows no tribe.
Yeah.
Joblessness knows no tribe. All these problems that we point out, they do not know any tribe.
Kusambaza hiyo message. Thank you. Fagia
What?
I'll take it to all the corners.
You take it to the entire nation.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes. It is a very solid car.
Thank you, sir.
Ndugu yangu, God bless you.
Fagia wote.
Kazi yangu.
Asante.
Ndugu yangu.
Good luck, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
God bless
Good luck.
you. I appreciate
All the best.
Thank you, sir. It's time for a fresh start. Tunafagia wote. Your Excellency.
Aya, alafu matopare. Okay, matopare. Matopare. Topa, 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 topa. Matopare. Matopare, topa, topa.
Tuesday. Tunarudi uwanjani.
She asked me, baby, where you from? I told her, Kenya.
I beg of us, I really want to beg of us today, as the chair of UDA, let's stay focused to what it is we promise those hustlers. Because if we don't deliver, those hustlers will send us out of power, and they'll send us with vengeance. So let us talk about roads, electricity, education, health, types. Let's tone down on the politics. It is not healthy. It is not healthy. It is the wrong time.
Wananchi naweza sikia kuchukua William Ruto. Wanaweza mchukua kwa sababu sisi wananchi we don't need him. Ametuchosha ama nyinyi mjachoka? Mjachoka na Ruto? Ule mtu anataka kuchukua William Ruto, you can take him for free, take Wetangula for free, take Mudavadi for free. Tunawapea hizo takataka zote. Waende waongoze if they are good to you.
Majenzi mko? Kazi mnafanya kwa mtandao ni mzuri sana. Na tunapongeza nyinyi. Na muendelee. Mtaendelea. Lakini mtandao peke yake haitoshi. Tunataka mjiandikishe kama wapiga kura. Wale watu ambaye watakomboa Kenya hii, wenye kuamua Kenya itaongozwa namna gani, ni hao majenzi wetu mwaka wa 2027. Lakini hamwezi amua Kenya itakaa namna gani kwa simu peke yake. Lazima mchukue vitambulisho, lazima mjiandikishe kama wapiga kura. Siku hiyo ikifika muamuke saa 9, muungane na sisi na wengine, tuende pale kwa debe, tutafute uongozi wa maana ambaye utaheshimu wa Kenya, utaheshimu demokrasia na utakubali kufanyia kila mtu maendeleo. Tumekubaliana majenzi?
Hata nasahau tarehe ni gani. Mimi siko na tarehe kwa kalenda. Na mimi hata sina haja nayo. Mimi chenye niko na haja nayo ni serikali ya 2027. Huyu mkata ushuru tumtoe. Na tuungane si wote.
Meta vile naona nisha reject hiyo finance bill 2025. Ningoje tu date ya maandamano. Juu mambo yendi bana. Mimi hata wafanye nini? Mimi nisha reject. Mfanye nini? Nisha reject. Mfanye nisha reject. Nime reject. Mtoe date ya maandamano sasa.
And we are not alone. There's a new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world. They are the young people whom, frankly, we have failed, who are angry, who are organized, who are capable of making a difference. They are a moral army. And the most important thing that we can do for them is to get the hell out of their way.
Kwanza mimi ikifika 2027 naiba mpaka kura ya madhangu na budangu. Sitaki warudi tu huko tena. Sima youth church anuka. Madha zetu bado Ruto unaenda home na 13 parliament tunaivunja. Wende home wote tuanze fresh.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm here to address you. You must go. Ruto must go. Kwa hapa na hatuendi. Kwa hapa tunalala huku na hatuendi. We don't fear you guys. You hypocrites. We don't fear you. Mr. Speaker, we don't fear you. Tuko ndani. We stomped inside. Sisi ni nani? I'm inside. Niko ndani. Na tunamalizana na nyinyi. Tunamalizana na nyinyi. Mmetutesa sana. Today is today. You must hear our cry. Sisi ni sisi. Mtatusikiza. Hii ni bunge yetu. Sisi tumewafanya mko hapa. This is our parliament. You must hear us. Kama hamna masikio, tutawafanya msikie. Poa mzee.
Sha nini? President, tunataka kuambia uko na miaka 2 katika ofisi. Na wananchi hawa they will punish you, na hata ukiwa na pesa watakutoa nje.
Wacheni tu mimi niseme na mapema. Ndio kama kuna list na andiko mniweke kwa list. I can't wait to reject Finance Bill 2025. I can't wait because I know it will be something absurd. It will be something mental. I can't wait. Mniweke kwa list jameni. List reject.
Idiots who don't want to participate in the affairs of their nation, they think things will just work in and of themselves. Then they are tribalists. And these tribalists, they think that they are only safe with people who are from their tribe. And tribe can mean people from the same culture, same language, or same culture. Then they are citizens. These are individuals who are responsible and know that when you want to be served, you must give those who have the desire and the intellectual capacity to serve you. In many societies, it is only a small percentage of people that can be called citizens, not more than 5%. And if a society wants to grow in the right direction, civic education is what will help the idiot and the tribalist to become a citizen.
Mungu yetu itoe Ruto Kenya, hata kama angalau na jali. Sisi Kenya tumechoka na Ruto, maisha imetuharibikia, analipisha mpaka sodo ya wamama. Pure kabisa Ruto. We don't like you, go home. Sasa tafuta kiongozi ambaye anapenda mwananchi na anapenda kijana kama sisi.
They want to be described as honorable even when they are horrible. They acquire things which they have not worked for. They promise us things that they know they will never deliver. And there is no shortage of such men and women in the African continent.
Now, why do you want Ruto gone?
We want Ruto gone because he is killing innocent people. He's wanting to pass the Finance Bill 2024. He's putting tax on sanitary products that girls can't even buy. He can't go to school. He's corrupt. He's taking the money. He needs to go.
Yes.
Get out. If you're going to raise anything, start with your hairline.
Nice.
Control, Alt, Delete, Ruto. The drunk did better than you. Drunk did better than you.
Nice.
Now the next election,
yes.
Unajua hawa ndio watakuwa nasema fagia wote ama mtasema namna gani? This generation,
yes,
they use their might because they didn't vote, the largest vote in the last election.
Hi Kenyans, mi sina maneno mengi. All I want to say is Ruto must go like yesterday. Bye.